Hey, what's up you guys? You're watching Team APS. In today's video, we are going to be sharing some of the weird Yu-Gi-Oh habits that we have or that we have noticed in other players. And at the end of the video, of course, we want you guys to share yours. So, Trell, you can get started.
Yeah,
I want to hear from you. What do you have to say?
I have a couple weird
Oddities.
Yeah. Alright, anyway, one of mine is after every game that I play, after every match that I play, because usually the match pretty much signifies that it's over 2 out of 3. I always have to reshuffle my deck. So at the end of the game, I'm gonna shuffle it again, and then I'm going to, at the beginning of the next match, I'm still gonna shuffle it once more, because I don't want to go through the conundrum of having such bricky hands, and we know that if we don't shuffle well, you get the hand of all monsters, all magic, all traps, if you run that type of thing. And I hate those kind of hands. Especially with most of the decks. Most decks that I play are combo-based decks, so they require a lot.
You really got to get that perfect hand.
Right, and you don't always get the perfect hand, but just have a decent hand just makes it that much better for you. And I can deal with a decent hand as opposed to a bricky hand because you can't do
I'm always afraid I shuffle too much.
Sometimes I feel like I do too.
Sometimes I feel like the more I feel like it's like there's this like sort of pendulum of like luck.
Right.
Where it's like as I shuffle, like okay, this is like the kind of perfect thing.
Right.
And this is like just either side is pretty bad, and so like. As I shuffle, like I'm just like I'm getting closer, but then if I keep shuffling, then like I'm just gonna the next round I'm gonna just open with like 6 just big spells I can't use or whatever.
Right.
But then like if I shuffle again, okay, I'm getting fine. And I feel like if I keep doing that, I'm testing my luck. Like who knows? Like what
am I gonna get next? And that's my thing. Like I know that brick hands are real, and no matter how consistent a deck is, it can still brick.
Happens.
And so my thing is I'm trying to get past that. And so far, it's done me pretty good. I don't brick as often as I used to, but I also didn't power shuffle back then either. But yeah, I gotta after every round, every match, I'm gonna shuffle. Whether we're just playing for fun, whether I'm in a tournament, you can get up the legal table. You're gonna see Trell still sitting there. And also, what I do with that as well, not only do I reshuffle, but I also make sure that my extra deck is in order by level / rank.
Yeah, I like doing that actually.
And if you get it out of order, I will cut you.
I think one of my weird habits is like I've kind of gotten lazy. I don't know if this is lazy, but like when I cut my opponent's deck, instead of like doing like just the regular kind of take top half cut thing, I don't really trust that. And I also don't really like to bother doing the whole like I'm gonna take their deck and just give it shuffle because like people get mad at you. Oh, you're looking at my cards. So I just kind of what I've started doing is I just take the top 6 cards and just put them on the bottom, because I feel like if you stack me or if you didn't stack me, it's kind of like whatever these top 6 cards are, that's what your opening hand was going to be. So whatever it was going to be, it's not anymore.
You can't have it.
So like, I mean, maybe I'm just screwing myself, and of course it's just dumb superstition, paranoia, whatever, but that's just kind of what I do. I feel like it's a decent way to like cut the deck. I mean, there are arguments for everything, but it's kind of what I do. It's kind of weird, but that's what this video is about. It's weird, odd things. How do you usually cut decks? Do you just kind of do the...
Or usually I pick the whole deck up. I shuffle the face down, but I'm like, yeah.
You do the whole.
I'm gonna shuffle the fucking spots off this damn.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I totally.
You won't have a name on your card. I'm through shuffling. I'm just gonna we cutting all this shit. Like that's my cut.
So what's one of your other weird?
One of my other weird Yu-Gi-Oh things.
Rituals.
I like to sing to my opponents. Like I will literally burst out in song. Like and usually it's like an obscure or like a song that you usually don't see a guy of my caliber knowing. Like I remember there was this one regional I was singing a Taylor Swift song to my opponent, and I didn't even know the song until I have nieces and nephews, and my niece loves the song, so she was driving with me playing the radio, and some songs are just earworms, so they get stuck in your head, but they got stuck in my head, so I knew the words, and so I'm playing and I'm singing. What was this song? I think it was called like Trouble or some shit like that.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, but that song, and it gets stuck in your fucking head, and then she had it on her for her iPhone. But anyway, I was playing across from my opponent, and as he's making his moves, I'm just sitting there singing a song, and I make total eye contact. I want you to know this song is just for you, and I'm completely okay with it.
Eye contact. I'm actually probably one of the least like eye contacty players when I play.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm just all, and it's not like like I'm not just like looking down like in depression, but it's more just like I don't know. Maybe it's nervousness. Maybe it's just kind of like to not give away any, because like they say like eyes kind of are like the windows to your soul and all that stuff. I feel like if I look at my opponent for too long, they'll like guess if like I have a bad hand or like if I'm like bluffing yourself. So like literally, I just kind of just do the whole like I just look like every direction, up, down, away, all around, like grave, hand, deck. I tend to look at their field a lot. Like I don't look at my field that much, but I tend to look at their field a lot, like just kind of their side of the mat or whatever. But I just don't really look my opponents in the eyes a lot, and that's probably a bad thing. But you know, it's not that I'm not watching them like for cheating. I just don't really tend to like look them in the eye. I don't know if that's
It's not bad.
good. Maybe it's bad.
I ain't think that being weird. I mean, it just. I can understand that.
Some people get turned off by it. I think.
It's most Yu-Gi-Oh players anyway, though.
They'll complain about everything you do. So.
Exactly. So.
What's another one of yours?
Another one of mine is and mostly when I'm playing in tournaments. Now, if it's just exhibition, it's fine. But most when I'm playing in tournaments like locals or especially regionals and YCSs, I usually don't. I'm usually less sociable after each round. Like immediately after the round is over, because you know the first thing that happens when you get up from the table is somebody who knows you or recognizes you is like, "Hey, did you win? How'd you do? Right? What was he playing?" And so my thing is, I'm just like I would literally just shrug. And everybody knows I'm a very smiling person. Like I'm always fucking smiling. It's like it's a curse. But so I'm usually like after
you gotta be stone faced.
Yeah, after that round, like I mean and I also feel like part of it is because I also don't want to like, especially if I win. I also don't want to make my opponent feel bad either. Like I don't want to like, did you win? I whooped his ass.
You can't be like doing the pop off. And,
you know, right? I don't want him to feel bad. You know, so it's partly that, and it's partly just because like I don't want to be too happy. Like I don't want to be too happy about it, and then like the Yu-Gi-Oh gods come down and smite me for being a overzealous little dick. So,
I swear, like I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh's got karma. Like I feel like there's just kind of this secret little karma thing. I don't know what it is. Where like if you get too happy about winning, you'll lose your next round. If you shuffle too much, you'll screw yourself over. Like all these weird things, but like I swear they happen.
It actually happened in my shop. If I may give you a quick story.
Yeah.
All right. So one night, and for those who don't know, I'm the judge at my locals. And so we decided to be funny. Me and the shop owners decided to be funny. So usually they play for top 4 prizes. Mm-hmm. We made it so that the third place prize was higher than the first place prize. So
that's weird.
So you had to try to get third place to. Now, first place is still the winner of the tournament, but third place got the better prize.
Did they know that in advance?
Yes, I told them in advance. So the thing was, they had to play to get third place.
You're messed up.
I told him. So what happened was, this one guy, and I won't say his name, and if he watches the video, you know it was your fault. He purposely lost his top 4 match, because that means he had to play for third and fourth.
Oh.
He purposely lost his top, purposely. He was just like,
so
whatever,
he was trying
I can't.
To be sneaky. I see where this is
going. He was being a little dick. Like, and the other guy was like, I'll beat you because I'm going to go play first and second. So because first and second got prizes no matter what.
Right,
Fourth place didn't. Third place did.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy who beat him was like, I don't care about beating you because no matter what happens, I still get a prize because I made either first or second.
Right. Yeah.
So the dude, he purposely, intentionally lost. He was being a dick about it. I'm going to lose. I'm going to win this third and fourth so I get the prize. He got shitted on in third, fourth match. He got totally shitted on. Like, and he was cursing, pissed. Man, he was mad. And it was funny because the guy that beat him in the first top 4 was like, Yu-Gi-Oh karma's gonna whoop his ass, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
like,
Yu-Gi-Oh karma exists, y'all. I swear it does.
It does.
One of my things also, I know a lot of people hate the hand shuffle.
Yeah.
Like whenever I upload videos, people are like, "Why are they shuffling so fast? It's really annoying." I don't know if you call this a weird habit or preference. I actually don't mind any of that.
Right.
I don't mind. I don't do it very much, but I don't mind when my opponents do the nutty it never really bothers me. It kind of is like.
Sometimes how do you do it that fast? Like I can't do it that fast, so I'm always watching it, like trying to see if I can pick up the speed because I can't do it that fast.
I'm actually bad in general with those cards. Like the people who can spread out their grave with
Just one hand fan.
I can't do that. I can't do. I'm actually bad at the stack shuffling where people put the cards in their 3 or 4 stacks. Like I can't do that quickly or neatly at all. I'm really weird actually with how do you have a sleeve? It's like a deck. Let me just do 6 cards. I'll show y'all how I hold my hands. It's really weird. I can't do any of the hand shuffling stuff. I'm just weird about how I handle cards. Cause I do most people they do all this stuff and they just do it really fast. But I just kind of I do it once, stop, and I just sit there and do that all the time. And it's really I don't know if that I'm sure there are other people who do it too.
I do the card flick as well.
But I just kind of cause I feel like it's just less loud to my opponent. I don't want to do the little pop, 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 And when I put cards down, I always do the weird 2-finger these
Yugi go.
They're delicate gems, carefully placed on the mat.
Fucking baby.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's weird, but that's just how I handle cards. I'm not super jittery. I'm just really like weird and I don't know. It's just really strange.
Another one for me. And this is weird, but I love it, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna stop. I like to touch my opponents.
Oh God.
And I don't mean like an inappropriate way or anything like that, but I'm gonna have some kind of physical contact with you.
Inappropriate way.
Some kind of way.
Yeah, he means it in an inappropriate way.
Yeah.
Tell him how you got that nickname.
Oh, most of you guys who have been subscribed to for a while should know that my nickname is The Rub. Literally that, R-U-B, The Rub. And I got that from my very first regionals. I was playing this guy. And he wasn't, I don't understand he was being a jerk, but he wasn't being very social, and I was just trying to get him into it because I was having fun. It was my first regionals. I'm playing fucking Bamboo Shoot. I'm playing Arturius. Who cares? So I'm having fun, but he just wasn't very social, and I'm having a great time. So I didn't feel like he was social enough. So I'm like talking to him, I'm like, hey man, if you don't start fucking talking to me, I'm about to get close with you. And he's like just being a dick about it. And so I'm like, you about to get rubbed, you know? And so there was a guy. I remember there was a guy sitting next to me. He was playing Gravekeepers, and he was like, I'll take that rub. And so I just started rubbing him. And like he acts like he likes it. And my opponent, like he had this really weird look on his face. So I reached across and I rubbed the side of his face.
Oh God. Yeah.
And from there the rub was born.
Don't play him at regionals.
Please
if you get paired against him, just drop.
Now,
it's easier that way.
I don't touch many people in the face anymore. Not that I'm afraid to. Lord knows I'm more confrontational. It's just there's so many sweaty people I don't want to just sweat on me.
Nasty people.
But I'll rub your hand. Like if your hand's sitting on the table, or if you're like if you're one of those guys who like look at his card with his hands on the table like this, I'm gonna reach across there, rub my hand down your arm. So I'm gonna start from the elbow and go all the way down to the wrist. And you're gonna look at me, and as soon as you look at me, I'm gonna lock eyes. We're gonna stay there. And it sounds weird, and it sounds like a mind trick, but it's really not. This is what I like to do. I mean, I'm gonna do it. And so he's right. If you play against me, I can't think of an opponent I have. There's only one opponent I can think of that I did not touch. And that was when I played.
That's a really odd, reputation. There's only one opponent I can think of.
There was only one opponent that I never touched, and that's when I played Billy Break one regionals in Texas.
Fair. That's fair.
It's not that I wouldn't. It's just that our game was so intense. I didn't have time to reach across the table. But
that's all you were thinking about. Darn, this game is so rough.
Right, I can't even reach across there and touch him. Because at the time, he had the big beard, the really shaggy hair. Like I would have loved to just grab some of his hair. Like, hey, Billy, remember me? Like he would remember me. But our game was just that intense that I didn't have time. But I will touch you.
I actually, one of my weird things, not really something I do to opponents or anything, is just, I actually get really tired when I have to like think really hard in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like physically tired. But it only really happens when it's like opponents I'm kind of concerned about facing. And I don't really play that much in real life, so you guys, I mean like, you know. But like recently I was playing in a tournament and like I had to face like the best player at our locals. And I was really concerned because it happened round one and I wasn't really happy about that. And so I was like, well, if I lose this round, like I can't win the tournament because, you know, it was like a small tourney. And if I win, then I can win the tournament. And so like I was so just sort of tense during the entire match. Yeah. I wasn't tense in that like I wasn't like, you know, like jumpy. I was just thinking really hard, and then when I finally managed to like pull something off or like win a game, I would just actually have to exhale and just be like, I don't know. Like I don't think many people have that problem, but I know a lot of people tense up when they play.
That is one thing with me. I'm a very competitive person, so
he tenses up. You get like.
It depends on what I'm playing against. Like only if the person I'm playing is good. Like if they're not good.
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm a very competitive person, so my heart always like beats an extra mile a minute anyway, just because it's competition. Yeah. So no matter what I'm playing, whether it be sports or Yu-Gi-Oh or a video game, I'm ready for the competition. But if you're really good, like I'm pretty fucking tense. Also,
yeah, he knows crazy.
He knows I hate mirror matches like too. Like I hate mirror matches of anything. Like
I hate them too.
When it comes to mirror matches, like we are no longer friends
because there's so much more on the line, right? Yeah, like because it's just like I'm the better shit all player. Because like that's what they'll think, you know. Yeah. Even if it's not necessarily, you know what I mean.
But it's the same way. Like. At the fucking tournament, I went with you. So I went to a tournament at the locals that were close to where he's from, and my first round was a mirror match.
Oh,
and
yeah, that went long.
Yeah, that went long, but I wasn't gonna lose. I couldn't take that loss. I was like, I was pissed, and the guy was really nice. I'm not thinking
because that's the L no one wants to take. Right?
Yeah,
you never want to take the L in the mirror
to your own deck. You're like, guess you wasn't a good enough pilot, you know. And so it's like, and also you know what your deck, what tricks your deck has, so you also know that your deck is his deck is just as tricky. So I'm like, fuck this shit. Why is this my life?
He like I feel like it might even be like opposite because like you get kind of like, you know, I wouldn't say like tense, but it's kind of like, you know, like really like jumpy.
I'm edgy.
Like because you're just like really like quick to like when they do something, yeah, that's okay, Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's cool.
Just keep the
like,
shit going.
It's like really fast paced, and then I don't know if this is like slow playing, because I don't try to slow play, but like whenever like I'm like in like a high stakes match, I'm always like, people are just like, they do stuff, and I'm just like, I just stare for a second, and I'm not staring at them or anything in particular, and then I'm just like, okay. Because it's like I have to like process it and like accept it to myself that like they're about to me.
They're about to whoop my ass.
I told myself I was gonna not cuss on this channel anymore, so I'm trying to be.
You would tell me that now.
PG-13.
Shit up. I mean, we'll see.
No, me. You can do it all. You don't
Fuck.
Yeah, but like I'm always like, and they'll play that card and it's gonna beat me, and I just have to like sit there and just kind of accept my fate, and then 2 or 3 seconds later, like, okay, you know,
that happened. I'm like, what do you do?
Where Trell's just like, yeah, sure, like that's fine. They're like, I'll give you the benefit. You never scoop. I scoop. I'm a scooper. I will. That's the
because speaking of, I can't scoop because there are times when I feel like I've lost and I haven't. Like I was playing.
People will mess up. That's true.
I was playing a mirror match the other night and like I drew a shitty hand and I was about to scoop. You know what? I waited it out. Ended up winning. Like I ended up OTKing. Like it took like 8 turns, but like I just sat through it.
If I can like digress for a second, I feel like there's a theory, like, you know, there's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Karma. I feel like there's also like this little theory I have where like bad hands aren't actually bad hands; they're just good hands missing 1 card. Yeah. That's like kind of my theory where it's like
1 card makes his hand that much better.
Because like if I'm playing like X Sabers or something and I open like triple Gotham's Call and triple Fall Troll, I'm like, okay, this really sucks. Actually, it doesn't suck that much, because like if say like I draw an Emmer's Blade and then it's like, you know, this didn't, and then like I set the Emmer's Blade and then like they attack it and and then you realize I've got 3 Fall Trolls and 3 Gotham's Claws. There's like no way you can win.
Exactly.
Like, so I feel like that's the thing. Like bad hands in Yu-Gi-Oh aren't truly bad. Like if you're playing, you know, Gym Knights and you like open with like a bunch of Gym Knight monsters and no Gym Knight fusion, but you just wait a turn. Then you draw Gym Knight Fusion. Was it really a bad hand at all?
Right, like you just open up the floodgates. Another something too off topic. Another weird Yu-Gi habit for me, and it's not really weird. I don't think anyway, but it's a habit. I will ask my opponent 1,000 times how many cards they have in their hand.
Oh, I hate people who do that.
I mean, I'm just gonna be, and my thing is because I know that I'm gonna be doing so much stuff that I need to be mindful of the game state.
Sure.
And because like you never know what play you're gonna have to like reinforce into, so I don't want to like go all out if you got 30 cards in hand. You know what I mean? Like just put the number out there. If you got 1, I mean it could be the one that can screw me over at the same time. At least I know I can make more plays off of that 1 card. So I'm gonna make a play, or I'm gonna think about a play. How many cards you got in hand? How many cards you got in hand? And also I've been cheated before in that sense where I had an opponent that drew an extra card.
And so you always have to be.
Yeah, and once that happens to you, like unless you just don't care, like once that happens to you, you're always gonna remember that. So every time, cause I play against a lot of people. Like I always have my hand like this. But I play against a lot of people that are like this.
Yeah, they love that little
stack up where you can have 30 cards and I don't know how many you have. So my thing is how many cards you have, and don't try to. Like, I want you to fan the motherfucker. Put them on the table for me. Let me count them because it's legal. I can actually do that.
I know how that goes.
You know, so my thing is like it's weird, but I would ask you 1,000 times, and I'll even apologize for it because sometimes I'll ask you and remember that I asked you, but I'm still gonna ask you.
He'll ask you like 3 times before he makes his move.
Right? How many you got? Okay, you got 2. You still got 2?
Yeah, so.
Because something changes, motherfucker. You just cheated. Now we have a problem. So
here we said we were making shorter videos. This video's like gone on. I'm sure the viewers like it, honestly. Do you guys like us talking for years? I think you guys like us talking for years. I don't mind us talking.
Which is weird. The only time I even talk for years is when I'm on YouTube.
I've got more to say lately. I feel like Anyway, viewers, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And in the comments, what are your weird kind of Yu-Gi-Oh tendencies and habits, and maybe like kind of paranoias, because I feel like a lot of mine are like based on what is that?
Oh, Frightful Tiger. I forgot I had it.
Oh yeah, that's the one that came from the magazine or something.
Yeah, the show, not the magazine, but the alpha, the digital thingy, whatever.
Yes, but in the comments, what are kind of the weird Yu-Gi-Oh habits and tendencies that you've got, and explain them a bit, because I feel like everybody's kind of got their bits and pieces, all crazy.
Their weirdness.
And yeah, I'd love to hear them. Also, this month I'm giving away 2 Megatins, so you can be one of the lucky winners. Check the description for how to enter that. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. We do live streams. And
it's my birth month.
Yeah, so yeah, remember that. Wish him a happy birth month in the comments, and
or on the Facebook page.
Or anywhere really. Facebook fan group that you should join.
Outside my window.
or he'll be outside of yours first.
I will touch you.
So, I hope you guys liked it, and that's all. So we'll see you guys later.
Peace.
Bye.